Andy, I mean, another tough result today. What was your thoughts on the game?
It was a tough result today, yeah, absolutely. I feel the first 45 minutes we weren't at it at all. It was poor, not as poor as we've been, but it wasn't a great performance at all. Without actually, I don't think Hamilton really created much. It's a slip for the goal. Cammy slipped over. There's not much you can do about that in terms of him. It's not a mistake or anything. He's just slipped on the Astro. But I felt our overall, the way we played first half wasn't good enough. It was, and again, it looked as if we lacked belief. We lacked character, and that comes from me. I need to instill the belief in the players. And Hamilton have obviously had a couple of good results. Maybe that plays into it. I don't know. I'll always look at the way we set up. Is it that? But I actually think we gave the same 11 the opportunity to go out second half and go and show us what they're all about, and I thought they did that. I thought second half we deserved to get something out of the game. I think MD who was here would probably agree with that assessment. I think we create a couple of really big opportunities to get the equaliser. We don't take them, but I was really heartened with the second half performance. That's what we're about as a group. That's what we're about as a team. The way we pressed, the way we worked together. The passages I played, the way we moved the ball. The boys moved the ball really well. Second half, I thought first half we didn't look as confident as we've been on the ball, which is disappointing from my perspective, obviously, because at the end of the day it's my job to give them that bit of confidence and get them to go and show what they're all about. They did that second half, and that's much more like us, and that's what we'll be looking for moving forward. Listen, it's been frustrating because I'd say most of the season that's been the biggest gripe for me, is that we've turned up for a half, or we've turned up for a period in the game, or we haven't turned up for a period in the game. I know you're going to have spells where, especially when you're coming to Hamilton, who playing really well, they've got some really good players, but at the same time I think we maybe showed them a bit too much respect in the first half, and we can do better than that. But I was really pleased with the second half. Like I said, Hamilton were good first half, and they moved us about well. Rotations in the midfield caused us problems, but I thought second half we really got to grips with it, and we actually looked like the team that was going to get the equaliser. I know the game gets a wee bit stretched at the end, and Ross Stewart makes a really good save from Andy Ryan, I think it is, who gets in, but that's always going to happen in the last 5-10 minutes when we're throwing bodies forward. And I actually felt as if if we had showed a bit more composure in that last 10 minutes, we could have got a couple of opportunities to go and get back in the game. So listen, as frustrating as it is, we have to take the positives from it. We have to look at that second half and go, that's what we're capable of against a right good side. We are more than capable of going and competing with every team in the league, and we need to go and show that for 90 minutes. And it starts on Tuesday night, obviously the KDM Trophy. We go and get a win in that, hopefully, and then we take it into next Saturday and go and get the victory next week.
Were you dealt a bit of an early blow with Gallagher? Did he drop out?
Yeah, Gal got injured in the warm-up. He felt his calf a bit, and that's one of them. We're not going to take any chances at this stage of the season. There's a lot of games to go, and listen, I actually thought Ranks did well. He came in and he fought his corner really well first half and got us up the pitch at times, and tired second half, obviously, because of the amount of work he was putting in. But no, listen, obviously it's always a blow when you lose a player in the warm-up, but at the same time I thought Ranks came in and did really well. So no, I'm not going to use that as an excuse to not win the game, or an excuse for the first 45 minutes, because it certainly wasn't that. It was just all over the pitch, just too many people off their game, and ultimately in this league you can't cope, you can't handle that and expect to come in at half-time level. We didn't, but the second half, like I say, I don't want to focus on the negatives, because the positives in the second half performance were there for everybody to see, and I think if we can go and take that into the next couple of games, then that's what it's all about for us.
Another new signing as well from the other day, Farker's come in. Can you tell us a bit about him and what he'll add to the team?
Yeah, Josh, he's really direct, and he runs. He makes really good runs in behind. I think you saw that when he came on a couple of times. He's definitely got he's a bright spark, and he looks to go and create by running in behind, which I think we need at times. So no, listen, Josh will be a really good addition. He can play left, right, or through the middle, so he gives us a bit of versatility as well. And we're still looking to add, as I say, one or two to try and help us in the forward areas. But that'll happen over the next couple of weeks, hopefully.
And just lastly, with the KDM Trophy game starting on Tuesday, quite a big squad now. Will that give you a bit more freedom with rotation for those games as well?
Yeah, listen, no, you've got to earn a place in the team as well. It's not just the KDM Trophy games aren't just an opportunity for people to get minutes. It's an opportunity for people to go and say why they should be playing as well. There's that competitive element to it. We've now got that within the squad. We've got very good players all over the pitch, so it's now down to people when they get the opportunity to play that they go and show what they're all about, and they go and show why they should be playing. Week in, week out. That's what we've got, and we've created that. By adding to the squad and having that depth, you need it. We showed it last year. That's exactly what we needed when players were out missing. It was so important that we had players to come in that can really put competition on each other. Curtis will get, it'll be good to get him back on Tuesday night. We're hoping that he'll be able to play some part in the game, which would be great, and we'll take it from there. But not looking forward to the game.